welcome to another edition of this program. Welcome to Abntv newspaper review. Here with me I have the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Now the headline here with me with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Why bank urge profits outpace GDP growth in same economic? 50 federal lawmakers write Tinubu seek Kano release. FANN begins raid of touts across the airport today. How corruption added 15% cost to food, bulk product importation. Dangote accused IOCS of planning to frustrate refinery. No confirmed case of cholera in OSUN. Retired Army General killed in Abuja. CP orders probe. Lagos to subject Christ Embassy, bidding to materials testing after months of fire outbreak. Now the story in details. Tinubu attends special remembrance prayer for late mother in Abuja, inaugurates charity project. President Bola Tinubu over the weekend attended a special remembrance prayer for the continuous repose of his late mother, Alhaja Abibatu Mongaji, who passed on in June 2013. Tinubu also inaugurated the construction of 330 boreholes nationwide in an honor. The special prayer session, which was said to have held in Abuja, was organized by the Office of the Special Advisor to the President on Political Affairs in collaboration with some Islamic clerics. The prayer session witnessed high attendance by politicians, government functionaries, Islamic scholars, and worshippers. Executive Secretary of National Commission of Almajiri and Out-of-School Children, Dr. Mohammed Idris, who paid glowing tribute to the life and achievements of Alhaja Mogaji, commended the president to being a worthy son to his late mother. He said, "One thing about the president is that in spite of the multiplicity of problems, he is someone who by his action demonstrated to Nigeria that he can be president and you can be much busy even when you do not expect. Yet, you have to have time for your mother. You have to remember the grave of your mother and you have to spend your time for your mother." He added that it was a non-tradition in Islamics that whoever dies when you leave a righteous son like our president, who is today not only praying for his mother, but teaching us as Nigeria that we should please endeavor to pray for our parents, that they deserve our prayers. They deserve our attention and time, that unless we remember our parents, God will unleash his anger on us. Tinubu attends special remembrance prayer for the late mother in Abuja, inaugurate charity project. The full details of the story is in page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Federal government should learn from Abwad on achieving quality education. Founder of Afe Babalola University, Ado-Ekiti, Are Afe Babalola, has called on the federal government to be humble and ready to learn from the institution on how to develop effective templates in achieving quality and functional education for the country. The elder statesman, who explained that Abwad, in less than 15 years of its existence, has achieved unimaginable feats which was attracting global recognition, noted that the present administration must be ready to change the face of university education in the country with deliberate efforts by understanding the success stories of the institution. The renowned legal icon spoke at the weekend while addressing journalists on the latest rankings of Abwad as the #1 university in the world in the United States Sustainable Development Goals on affordable and clean energy, outreach programs, and stewardship by the respected Times Higher Education Impact rankings. Also, in the latest ranking, the universities emerged more numbers won in Nigeria among the 264 federal states private universities for the third time in succession. Federal government should learn from Abwad on achieving the quality of education. The full service is in page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Obaseki links rising inflation to nation's inability to produce and export. The Edo State Governor, Mr. Godwill Obaseki, has linked Nigeria's persistent rising inflation to the country's inability to constantly produce and export goods and services, noting that the trend continues to affect the nation's economy negatively. Obaseki said this while receiving representatives from the World Bank led by the organization's tax leader for the agro-processing, productivity, enhancement, and livelihood improvements support. Projects in Nigeria, man-level Emmanuel Senin, who were on the contested visits at the government house, Benin City, Edo State. Other members of the group at the encourage of the World Bank delegation include the Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Honorable Stephen Enderi, Permanent Secretary and staff from his ministry, and National Program Coordinator Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Projects, Sanusi Abubakar, among others. Obaseki linked rising inflation to nation's inability to produce and export. The food service is in page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. National Gold Program has added $5 million to Nigeria's foreign reserve. Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has said the first commercial transaction in the National Gold Purchase Program has delivered over $5 million increase to Nigerian foreign reserve assets. Alake also stated that 70+ kilograms of gold refined to the London bullions markets, good delivery standard, and successful aggregation of locally mined gold has injected of about 6 billion naira into the economy. He stated this while presenting the latest gold bar resource from artisanal and small gold miners and refined by an agency of ministry, the Solid Minerals Development Fund, to meet the London Bullion Markets Association good delivery standard to President Bola Tinubu of the weekend. National program has added $5 million to Nigeria foreign reserve. The food service is in page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. ASOP kicks as federal government released new scheme of service for HND holders. The Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics has expressed displeasure of the relentless disease over the recently released scheme of service for holders of higher national diploma HND certificates in the government service, saying the new documents further undermines polytechnic education and also promotes the age-long disparity and discrimination against its products, those of the universities. The federal government, through the National Board for Technical Education, recently issued a white paper entitled Schemes of Service for Polytechnics, signed by the head of service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemison, a copy of which is sent to ASOP through NBTE. ASOP contended that the documents contain many discrepancies of contentious issues that its members as major stakeholders in the polytechnic education are not happy with it, and therefore demanded stoppage of its implementation. In a statement signed by its national president, Shama Kappa, the union emphasized that the new documents grossly undermines Nigeria polytechnic education status, promote disparity and discrimination against HND holders, and also negatively distort the established career structures. ASOP kicks as federal government released new schemes of service of HND holders. The food service is in page 11 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. No confirmed case of cholera in OSUN. The special advisor to the OSUN State Governor on Health Matters, Dr. Adekunle Akindele, has said that the state is yet to record any confirmed case of cholera, describing the reports of 11 confirmed cases of cholera in Osun State inaccurate. Dr. Akindele made the clarification of the report that claimed that the OSUN recorded 13 suspected cases of cholera, assuring the people of the state's educative preventive measure by the government to prevent the occurrence and readiness to respond to the outbreak whenever a case is recorded. Osun State government, through the Ministry of Health, has proactively reactivated the establishment, the Public Health Response Team, and the Cholera Technician Working Group, respectively, to ensure adequate surveillance and risk communication activities in order to guarantee the health of the citizen. He disclosed, he added, though Osun is yet to record any confirmed cases of cholera, adequate preventive measures have been put in place to prevent the occurrence and respond to the outbreak in case we eventually record a case. No confirmed case of cholera in Osun. The full details of research is on page 11 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Ojude Oba Festival fosters unity, economic growth. Ladi Balogun Group Chief Executive First City Month Bank Group PLC has noted that the Ojude Oba Festival attracts visitors from across Nigeria and it is apparently contributing to the growth of trade and tourism in Ijebuland, Ogun State, and Nigeria. The FCMB Group Chief Executive urged Ijebu people to embrace the festival spirit of togetherness and use it as a springboard for further development and inspiration for younger generation. FCMB Group PLC, a major sponsor of Ojude Oba Festival, recognized the festival's significant contribution to social cohesion and development. It said, by celebrating shared cultural heritage, promoting unity among the diverse groups, and strengthening community bond, the Ojude Oba Festival fosters a favorable environment for socio-economic development. FCMB Group PLC, a long-time supporter of the Ojude Oba Festival for over 20 years, said it is a commitment to fostering inclusive and sustainable growth within its communities by building a supportive ecosystem, commencing people, capital, and markets across Africa. The annual Ojude Oba Festival, a vibrant celebration of Ijebu culture and tradition, recently concluded with great success. The festival attracted thousands of participants and visitors who showcased elaborate traditional artworks, captivating dances, music, and impressive education displays. The festival showed how cultural tradition can drive economic growth by empowering local businesses. Ojude Oba Festival fosters unity, economic growth. The full service is on page 14 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. NIPR celebrates 60th anniversary, endorsed 605 new members. The Nigerian Institute of Public Relations has inducted 605 public relations practitioners as new members to coincide with the Institute's 60th anniversary celebration. The induction of one of the new members, Mr. Eni Ashibok, Strategy Director at Cheetahs Consult United, a marketing and innovation constituencies, is seen as significant for both Achibong and Cheetahs Consorts. Speaking of the event, which was part of a week-long celebration, culminating in an international colloquium, Achibong expressed his delight at joining the institute. He said, as Cheetahs Consort, our core values have always signed with the NIPH mission of fostering effective communications between organizations and their stakeholders. He described the induction as signifying not only a personal achievement, but also the company commitment to excellence and ethical conduct in public relations. Achibong believed the ceremony served as a platform for him to advocate for the maintenance of the highest ethical standards in the PAR industry. NIPR celebrates 60th anniversary in the 606 new members. The full services is on page 21 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And lastly, with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, Ekiti PDP stakeholders vow to resist attempts to sabotage party. Ahead of the Congress of the People Democratic Party, PDP, in Ekiti State, some leaders and stakeholders have vowed to resist attempts by some groups and individuals to hijack the party structure for their personal interests. The stakeholders during an expand meeting held at the weekend in Ado Ekiti, the state capital, which was attended by the leaders and members across the 16 local government areas of the state, said that the members had been sensitized on the need to embrace peace and be united for a successful world, local governments and the state congresses. Speaking on behalf of the stakeholders, a former state chairman of the Peace Party, Boyega Oguntuwase, maintained the leaders resolved not to allow a former governor of the state to hijack the congresses and sabotage the party in the states. He alleged that the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, in the state is doing everything possible to sponsor individuals to take over the PDP and Scottish chances to the party. In the 2026 governorship election, according to him, the leaders unanimously endorsed a businessman and senatorial candidate to the party in the 2023 general election for Ekiti North, Funsho Ayeni, to be the consort state chairman during the Congress. Ekiti PDP stakeholders vowed to resist attempts to sabotage party. The full story is in page 23 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Before we come back to another edition of this program, which is Punch newspaper, we would like to watch it live and direct on our website. You can click on www.abntvnetwork.com. On our website, click on www.abntv.com. And we also have our social media. We have the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. If you'd like to watch it live and direct, you can click on Facebook, Abntv OSUN. Subscribe, share us, and like us and comment. On our YouTube, you can click on Abntv Nigerias. On our Twitter, you can click on Abntv OSUN. And lastly, on our Instagram, click on Abntv Nigeria. Try to subscribe, share, and like us and comment. Before we come back to another edition of this program, let's listen to what we have for you in our studio. We'll be right back.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 Eastern Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Welcome back, and I hope we enjoy what we have here in our studio. Now to another edition of this program, the Punch newspaper. The headline here with me in the Punch newspaper: cholera outbreak. 22 states get kicked as Lagos cases hit 500. Nigeria borrowed 3.9 trillion naira as economic crisis bites harder. Food price hike worry operators amid 1.2 trillion naira agri budget. NNPC shifts $700 million gas pipeline delivery date to August. Crude price hike. Dangote alleged IOCS frustrating refinery. Federal government to punish survivors approving salary for Japa workers. Christ Embassy, Lagos mall demolition, promise bigger church. Now the story in details. Bandit displays 600 in 7 Niger communities. No fewer than 600 residents of Sanroru local government areas of Niger State have been displaced in a banditry attack in some communities shortly after the Salah celebration. Although no person was reported killed or kidnapped, several houses were burnt, while cattle were said to have been rescued. This was made known in a statement on Sunday by the State Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disasters Management, in which the directors of Median Ababo Wasilu said 4 communities in the local government were attacked. We received yet another report of the shocking and painful incidents of banditry attack in Lata, Suga, and communities of in the Sauri local council of the state. The communities were attacked Tuesday, 20 June 2024, and many cattle and sheep were restored, while houses were burnt. No cases of kidnapping was reportedly. Many houses in Lata village were burnt down by the attackers, while about 600 persons displaced by the villagers are presently in Arena and Kuta IDP camps. Bandit displaced 600 in 7 Niger communities. The food service is on page 7 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. RCC donates computer to Lagos schools. To support technology education in public schools, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Old Pen Cinema Parish, renovated 9 computers and donated 5 new desktop computers to Vitland Junior Grammar School in the Agege area. The parish also provided 500 naira pack of rice to residents of the area during a Jesus Boys Crusade held under the Agege Bridge. Shortly after unveiling the project at the Ventland School on Friday, although the church stated that the program was part of the RCCG Christian Social Responsibility Initiative, the 2 events coincided with the 7th birthday celebration of the founding pastor of the parish, Bran Ojutis. Ojutis, currently the RCC pastor in charge of Region 19, stated that the purpose of the 2-party program was to ensure the community expressed the influence of the gospel in the place where it began many years ago. He said, "I feel so honored and blessed. The ministry God commissioned into our hands stated in this environment to come and give back to his neighborhood after so many years has brought me so much fulfillment in life. This means that our labor has not been in vain. We came to see this neighborhood has become motherless. It means that the gospel had an impact on the neighborhood. This is a rotten Christian social responsibility program. RCCG donates computers to Lagos School." The food services is on page 6 of Nigeria Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. 332 farmers killed and rising food inflation. At least 332 farmers have been killed in attacks across the country since the beginning of the year. The attacks, which have been dominant in the northern part of the country, were carried out by the bandits and Boko Haram Islamic State of West Africa profits terrorists. The members of farmers killed was counted based on news reports. Some incidents included the death of 13 farmers killed by improvised explosive devices planted by Boko Haram in Gwaza local government area of Borno State on January 29. In February, bandits killed 6 farmers and kidnapped 20 women at the Mangada junctions on Alwa Pandagri Road in Shiroro local government area of Niger State. Other incidents included the death of over 50 farmers in Were, Plateau State on May 21. 30 farmers killed in 2 farming communities in Savara State on May 11. And at least 17 farmers killed on May 29 in the Kankwara local government areas of Katsina State. On June 11, over 50 farmers were killed by bandits in Kankwara, Katsina State. 4 farmers were killed on June 18 in Kaduna. 332 farmers amid rising food inflation. The food subsidy is in page 9 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. And lastly, with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper, crude price hack. Dangote alleged IOSC's frustrating refinery. Vice President of Oil and Gas as Dangote Industry Limited, FE, said the IOC were deliberately and willfully frustrating the refinery effort to buy local crude oil by hawking this cost above the market price, thereby forcing the refinery to import crude from country as far as the United States, with its attendant high cost. Speaking journalists at one-day training program organized by the Dangote Group on Friday, Edwick also accused the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority of granting licenses indiscriminately to marketers to import duty-refund products into the country. According to Edwick, the federal government issued 25 licenses for the construction of refinery in Nigeria, but only the Dangote Group delivered on its promise. While calling for the government support, the vice president noted that more than 3.5 billion liters of diesel and aviation fuel had been exported to Europe by the refinery in past few months. The exported fuel, it was said, represented about 90% of its production. The federal government issued 25 licenses to build refineries